Hello, this is Shaky Beeves, and you've clicked this video to find out about the Autoloading 8.25 Extended and my humble opinion on it. So, what do I think of this rifle? So to talk about its origins just briefly, it's, according to Battlefield1, it's the first legitimate American produced auto-loaded rifle. So obviously they were a bit behind the times. Europe were obviously kicking their ass at that point in terms of auto-loading. So yeah, it's a legitimate weapon used in World War I out on the field. But in kind of due to the fact that the Americans kind of joined World War I right at the end, you can imagine it didn't have a large amount of service history during World War I. Okay, in terms of this rifle, I love it. I do love this baby. However, you know, for me it is a little bit hit and miss at times. At close range is an absolute demon, okay? And I cannot stress that enough. If you're playing close range matches, such as this, a bit of TDM on Border and Blitz, or if you're playing Domination, you will own this thing. Let me make that clear. So close range, this weapon is a monster, okay? As you can see in these clips. So if you enjoy that style of play, you enjoy rushing in and get really aggressive, you will enjoy this weapon. The only way you're going to enjoy the auto-loading is using the extended. So if I'm honest, I do think DICE have slipped up a little bit with this iteration of weapon, because the other two are essentially pointless. The marksman variant is ridiculous. It's got 5 rounds. It's just pathetic. It doesn't have the damage output to make it viable, so you end up maybe getting 1 kill per clip, which is ridiculous. Just like the 1906, I think they did make a bit of a slip up there. But the extended version, yes, it is an absolute monster and worth the wait. As you can see here, I'm just dominating at close range. I'd say out of the clip, out of the 16 rounds, you can usually get maybe 3 kills. So it's not something that you can completely wipe out squads with. You do need to switch to your secondary, or just quick reload and play tactical. But it is a monster of a weapon and very satisfying in terms of the audio and the sound bit. It's got great sound. I also prefer it to the M1907. I just think the M1907 is overused. I think after a while, once you get used to the auto loading, I think it's more fun to play with. Initially the M1907 is easier to get used to, I think, but the auto loading, once you get it, is great. But as I said earlier, it is at times a little hit and miss, and what I mean by that is at range, so anything beyond kind of mid-range really, you're going to struggle with this gun. It's not very adaptable. It's not a flexible weapon to use across all kind of variants or maps or game modes. This weapon is for close range, really mid-range at a push, and if you are going to play mid-range, you have to completely slow down your rate of fire. I'm going to pop maybe a shot a second, pop, 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 and if you do that, you should be okay. But at distance, it is very, very unreliable, very, very hit and miss, to be frank. So that is the reason, ultimately, I don't think it's an everyman weapon. I don't think you can use it across the board like the Subslada. I think it is quite a niche weapon, but all the more fun for that reason to use it. I don't see a lot of this out on the battlefield, so I like to use quite obscure weapons. So the maps it kind of suits are really Border and Blitz, if you're going to play Conquest, and Argonne Forest if you're going to play Conquest. But ultimately I would just stick to Domination with this beast. Domination, you will have loads of fun because it's very tactical. You can pick people off and it's very close range and it's infantry focused, so you'll get a lot of chance to use this weapon. So overall, I give the weapon a rating of 7 out of 10. The reason being that it's not quite up there in the top tier is purely because of the fact that it's not adaptable like some of the other weapons in the medic class. Some of the other weapons you can use at any range and be really destructive with, whereas with this weapon at long range it's essentially useless. I've got to make that clear. At mid range and at close range in particular, close range it's a 10 out of 10, mid range, you know, maybe a 7 out of 10. Okay, so overall fantastic weapon. Get out there, use it, but I do recommend Domination and those kind of modes, and you will absolutely have a lot of fun with this gun. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe if you enjoy this kind of content. And this has been Shaky Beeves.
Halfway there, keep it up.